So you think the NIV and them are okay translations of the Bible? Well, let me tell you something. Wescott and Hort, if you do your homeworks, they were occultists. They were the ones that got the RSV started, and it went downhill from there. They were supposed to go in and retranslate the King James and take the these and thous out and all the other stuff. They didn't do that. They were involved in seances and stuff. Their own writings prove that they're against the Bible. They didn't like the Bible. They were Darwinists. You know, you can just read their own stuff. Well, they went in there and they convinced the people to use the Alexandrian texts. You understand? The Alexandrian text. You got that? The Alexandrian text. You know, the same people that opposed St. Stephen in the book of Acts. Now, does that make sense to you that you would go by them texts? Okay? And then it came out with the revised version, and it went downhill from there. And yes, let me tell you something, Big Mac Daddy. Listen here. Morning Star is properly translated in the NIV, they say. No, it isn't. Lucifer is properly translated, and yes, it was capital L. And don't say he's talking about the king of Babylon and it's not talking about Satan. Because when Jesus rebuked Peter to his face, he said, "Get behind me, Satan." He was rebuking the devil in the king of Babylon. Yes, he was literally talking about Lucifer, capital L. That was his name. The King James gets it right. And I don't want to hear about, you know, they used a Latin word or this or that. I don't want to hear it. Because we know the King James is right. It's the best we have. There's nothing else to say. You can twist this and twist that all you want. It's not going to work. Okay? It's just not. So be very wary when you read these counterfeit Bibles. Because there's all kinds of errors. They destroy the deity of Christ, the virgin birth in the Old Testament. And then they try to say, you know, that I've already dealt with this on another subject. They change fasting. They make Jesus look like he's sinning and a hypocrite in the NIV and these other versions. I could show you where all this, you know, the whole thing is a wreck. They say this can come out only by prayer. Well, they prayed. Jesus said they prayed too much in vain repetitions. The King James says this kind come out only by prayer and fasting. You understand that? I don't know how to make it any more clear. You better do your homework because these end-time Bibles are going to lead to the Antichrist. They were involved in the occult, spiritism. They change in 2 Peter and 1 Peter where it says Christ was put to death in the flesh and quickened by the Spirit, capital S, Holy Spirit. They change it to made alive in the spiritual realm. They change, you know, absent from the body to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. No, it says absent from the body and present with the Lord. That happens when the Lord returns and we're given a new body. We put this body off. Okay? I'm not going into doctrinal issues here, but you better do your homework.